In this wide world, there are only 7 major maritime choke points. 2 of them lie in the Middle East, the Suez Canal and the Straits of Hormuz. So let's look at what happened in the Suez Canal. Back in 1956, the president of Egypt, Gamal Abdel Nasser, nationalized the Suez Canal, which up to that time had been British property. And the British government was so outraged under Sir Anthony Eden that they conspired with the French and the Israelis and mounted a major attack on Egypt. And in the first week of war, an armada of 6 French and British aircraft carriers seemed to be achieving almost total victory. They shot down about 100 Egyptian aircraft. They destroyed the Egyptian Air Force. And in the sands of the Sinai Peninsula, the Israeli Defense Forces smashed the Egyptian tanks. And within that first week of war, Egypt had lost all of its strategic weapons. It was powerless, helpless before the might of this imperial juggernaut. And then Nasser did, practicing the geopolitics that the British had seemingly forgotten. He just got together a couple of dozen rusting freighters, filled them with rocks, sank them at the north end of the Suez Canal, and by the time the British and French commandos came storming ashore at Suez, victory had been snatched from their grasp. And within a couple of months, Britain's pound sterling was the subject of the first IMF bailout. Britain's aura of imperial might, its majesty, had evaporated. Britain had been sanctioned by the UN, and the British Empire was on the road to rapid dissolution. Okay, now let's turn to the Straits of Hormuz. Again, during the first week of war, Washington was very proud of the terrible swift sword of American air power. We killed Ayatollah Khomeini. We wiped out most of the Iranian command. We seemed to have smashed their air defenses. Indeed, we did. We could operate unchecked across the whole of Iran. Iran seemed helpless beneath the might of our imperial juggernaut. And so Iran did a very simple thing. They used their very cheap $20,000 a copy Shahed drones, and they started striking at infrastructure on the south shore of the Persian Gulf. They struck 5 freighters in the Persian Gulf, and they shut down the Straits of Hormuz. And when you think about it, there is no other place on the planet that is so absolutely central, so absolutely critical for the functioning of the entire global economy. In this wide world, there are only 7 major maritime choke points. 2 of them lie in the Middle East, the Suez